is All of It on WNYC. I'm Allison Stewart. Welcome back. We've got some funny people lined up for you, so get ready to laugh. Abbott Elementary star Lisa Ann Walter will give us her unfiltered take on Gen X life in America today and discuss her comedy special, It Was an Accident. And later on, we'll talk with Daily Show comic and internet superstar Josh Johnson. He recently put out an HBO special called Symphony. But first, let's hear from an absolutely hilarious Saturday Night Live veteran. Comedian Leslie Jones recently put out a special titled Leslie Jones Life Part 2. In it, she jokes about what life was like as a grown woman in a world where people don't always act grown. Her life has changed, and she's learned from it. And with this special, she's spreading her wisdom. She talks about wishing she had been discovered in her 20s or 30s rather than in her 40s.
When I still had my whole ACL, you know what I'm saying? When my meniscus was meniscusing, you know? They caught me when I was 47, but it was fine. I was still good, but I think about all the youth and energy I had in my 20s and 30s. And then my smarter, much more educated mind steps forward and go, thank God you didn't make it in your 20s and 30s, because you was a hoe. And you was a dumb hoe at that. I'd have burned through Hollywood.
If you search for it on YouTube, you can watch the full special, Leslie Jones Life Part 2. When she came on the show to talk about it, I revisited her first special, Problem Child, from 2009. So I started by asking her to take stock of what had changed in the world and in her life since then.
Oh, wow. Okay, so that's when I was, did the cat tour. So I, not a little heat under me, but I was starting to get real managers and agents and stuff. And I started to have to move a little bit different. I had an assistant, like an assistant. It was very odd, but I knew that I was really funny, and I knew that the material that I was going to be doing was like 20 years in. So I knew it was tight material. It was just about me looking tight, like me looking like an actual comedian. Because usually I just wear T-shirts and jeans on stage and don't look like this is a show. So I wanted to look like, so my whole idea was that I wanted to look like an FBI agent. You know,
Oh, you did.
I look like an FBI agent, right?
Black pants, black vest,
Very
the guns out.
Guns out. It was just, now that I look back on it, I go, that is so funny. But I was just now really getting my momentum, as I had already been doing comedy almost 20 years.
Yeah. So you were in the zone at that time.
I was a beast. I was a samurai at that time. I'm still a samurai. I'm just a very veteran samurai now.
I was going to ask you, what has been the biggest change in terms of your perspective and the kind of things that you like to talk about now?
Right. Oh, so when I first started, I always tell comics this, you have to go through becoming a comic. So in your first couple of years, you are just like an infant. So that's when you do the sex jokes and the fart jokes and all the immature stuff. And then, you gradually learn how to be on stage. You gradually learn that, do you need to hold the mic? Do you need to sit down? What's your voice level? Are you going to be physical? All that stuff is in the first 10 years. People think that you're fun. You're funny, but are you a professional? And J. Anthony Brown told me this, because I remember asking him, I said, when will I know that I'm exactly funny? When will that come? He said 10 years. And I remember bursting into tears because I had only been doing it 3 years. And I was like, are you kidding?
Yeah.
And he was like, I'm just being honest. And he was right. And I'm glad I accepted it too.
That's interesting. You had to sort of learn the performance of it a little bit.
You had to learn how to be on stage. You had to learn how to, because at the time I was still rehearsing. I still practice every day. I was on you have to learn how to know who you are as yourself to be able to read. Like, I'll put it like this. It's like learning a song. You have to learn the song before you start doing ad-libbing. You can't just ad-lib, right?
One thing I noticed in the old special versus now, in the old special, we're talking about being single. And the new one, you're like, I'm good.
So good.
I'm all good.
Yeah.
How long did it take you to realize that?
Oh, girl, I just realized that in the last 2 years. The last 2 years, real talk, because I just turned 58. So it was already starting when I turned 55. It was already there, but I still had a little hope at 55. I was like, okay, it can happen. But eventually, especially in menopause, I don't want nobody near me now. Like, if you touch me while I'm hot, I will beat you into the next day. Like, I just had a hot flash on The View, and Whoopi Goldberg had to fan me down. Now, am I gonna get a man that's gonna fan me down? No.
Or he'd be a good man if you did.
He'd be a good, and that's another thing. Like,
good.
I don't get the celebrity groupies. I don't get the good ones. You know, the men get all the good ones. Colin Jost married Scarlett Johansson. Why am I not married to Idris Elba? Why is that not happening? I was a Ghostbuster. I was a damn Ghostbuster. Do you understand me? I was on Saturday Night Live. How am I not getting the good DMs instead of Parky Joe, which I don't mind dating somebody that work at Buc-ee's.
You're just like...
But can I get somebody that work at least at a studio? They're behind a camera?
You just want a couple options.
Options.
You just want a few options.
Please. Good. Googly goo.
We got a text that just said, I just need to say Leslie Jones is a national treasure.
Who texted you that?
I don't know. You want his number?
Is it
Get
hot?
that number.
He's a national treasure. National. When they call me that, I always think of Rushmore. And I'll be like, so does that mean that they're going to put me up there on Rushmore? Oh, I'm a national treasure. Does that mean that they're going to protect me at all costs?
There you go.
Yeah.
Get that number. My guest is Leslie Jones. Her new comedy special is Leslie Jones, Life Part 2. So Chris Rock in a phone interview with the New York Times said, Leslie writes these well-crafted jokes and makes it seem effortless when she's performing. She's really genuine, so you leave her shows with a sense that you really got to know her.
That's beautiful, man.
It's a beautiful statement.
Whenever y'all read me stuff like that, I be so happy because I be like, dang, I don't even know if they like the special or not. And for him to say something like that, for somebody I look up to, that's, but
it's a good quote because it talks about how you craft your jokes. Mm-hmm. What's the process for crafting a joke?
I love to tell stories. I love to tell stories. And I love when people tell stories and you feel like you're there. That is my main thing. John Ritter was one of my favorite actors, because he was so physical, and that's where I got my physical. Him and Lucille Ball. The physicality of comedy is always a great way to show a story. So I always want people to be, from the beginning to the end of the story. I want it to be a nice build. I want it to be a payoff at the end. But, you have to have patience to take them through that step. And it's just the art of writing a great piece. How
do you know whether the audience is okay to hear this story?
Well, see, that's our job as a comedian, isn't it? It's our job to make them ready. You know what I'm saying? And if I'm funny enough, you're going to be right along with me. So it's your job to come out. I always tell people, don't get too cocky. It's your job. Come out and show them that you're funny. Mm-hmm. Doesn't matter if they already know you funny. Prove it. So when just if you go to a comedy show and somebody came up and then they BS the whole first, you're going to be like, oh, are they actually funny? Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? But I come straight out with I just need y'all to know that y'all dealing with funny person. So anything that I say on this stage is going to be funny and it's going to be helpful and you're going to think, but you're going to laugh, because that's my job. My job is to make you laugh. My job is not to teach you anything. I'm supposed to make you laugh. Now, if you learn a lesson in the laughter, great.
Yeah. What environment do you like to try out your jokes? Some people go to clubs at night. Right. Do you do it?
I do it everywhere.
Everywhere.
I try it on the street. I try it with my friends. I now in this stage of my comedy, I love doing all new stuff. If I got some new jokes, so that is my jam. And my writer, Lenny, he has to give me permission, because if he goes, hey, go have fun, then I get to do all the stuff that's been going through my head. But then he'll be like, stick to the list, and then I have to do the jokes that we need to work on. So.
Oh, so the jokes you have to work on are the ones you have to do first. So
the jokes that I have to work on, I have to work it into my set.
Okay.
So if he has a list, he usually has it in the order he wants me to do it in, but he has them all together to where if I did jump around, again, knowing the song, I know the song, so I can ad-lib.
So you're very physical
Very.
in your comedy. You are in it. Was this always your style?
Yes, I love it. I think it's hilarious. Slipping on a banana will always be funny. Do you understand? Slipping on the banana will always be a joke, and it will always work because people love to see. People love action. People love movement. Whenever I go to a concert or anything, if they're not moving around and dancing, I'll be like, "Do you like your own song?" Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's comics that can stand in the middle of the stage and be so funny. Me, I got to use that whole stage. I want this person on this side to feel it. I want the person in the middle to feel it. The people on the balcony to feel it. So, yeah, I love having a big stage that I can run around and because it's just hilarious. It's hilarious watching someone do that.
How did you not trip on those pants?
You know,
In your
Lenny hates that outfit so much.
She's got these pants with these
Yeah.
cool sort of straps, but
Yeah.
I was like, she gonna make it? Is she gonna be okay?
That's, you know, I always wear stuff that I can move in. So those were pants that had been tested. So I knew that
Okay.
I knew I was okay. But Lenny was like, I hate that outfit.
I was just worried about you.
I know.
I was just worried about you.
Do,
That's
babe.
all.
Everybody do.
You did make a joke about possibly injuring yourself on stage.
Well, what did I say?
You said like you have to take a lot of Tylenol.
Oh, well, this is the thing. This is when I was talking about, you know, I got to take my 800 sometimes. You know, I'm 58.
Right.
You know?
Got your Advil.
You
Ready
know,
to go.
you remember how when you used to hit your hand on the door and be like, oh, I'm good. I hit my hand on the door now. Take me to the hospital. I think I busted a vein in my hand. You know what I'm saying? Like, I am precious now. I didn't used to be as precious as I am. But yeah, I got that 800. And then the older I get, the higher the dose is going to be. I'm going to have 1200s in a minute.
This is a serious question.
Okay. Oh,
So,
serious.
Lorne Michaels with
Ooh.
SNL. You said it was very hard for him because he had to figure out how to make something that was smart and that people could laugh at in California or in Montana. And so I was watching the show this fall and I realized there are no black female characters on SNL. What is missing from the conversation, from the show, by not having a black female cast member?
I just think that they don't get to see black women like they get to see white women. Does that make sense? I don't want it to sound racist. I want people to understand that white female comics and sketch artists, they're just so much more available. I can't explain it. Like, they're in the right places. Black artists don't get in those places sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Like, so they don't get to get in front of Lauren unless somebody like Chris Rock told Lauren about me. Lauren didn't know about me. Chris Rock told him about me. And then he sent out his people to search. Like, he takes suggestions from everybody. So we all texting him going, hey, go check out go check out this girl. Hey, go check out this girl. Go check out this girl. So it's about getting that even kill of black artists in the place that they can be seen. This is why I'm glad you asked that, because black women get, like, Kim Whitley told me this, and I really wish I had followed the advice when she told me this. Start doing all clubs. Don't just do black clubs. I know black people love me. You got to go and you got to try your stuff out in white clubs so you can get white comics to hit your jokes, to give you tags. White comics, you got to go to black clubs so black comics can hit your jokes so they can be worldwide. And then when you're in you start talking, everybody starts talking. We need more black women to just take the step to get into the right place, to be seen.
You need to have...
Excuse me.
Oh, no problem. It's like, sounds like accessibility.
Yes.
Is a big issue.
Exactly. And I think that they don't get to see the great ones as much as they get to see the white ones.
Yeah.
I just don't want that to sound racist, because I have nothing against, white comedians, white women. I just know that we don't get to get seen as much as they do.
A lot of young artists are starting on TikTok and do comedy that way. I'm curious what your thoughts on that. Do you need to be in a studio? Do you need to be... Oh, he's making her cough. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Well, all right. I would say this.
Take a sip of water.
If you're on TikTok, and I remember that got big because of COVID. If you're making people laugh at the material that you're doing on TikTok, why would you go to a club and do different material? That's the problem with TikTok comics. y'all think that y'all regular comics. I've given a spot to a comic because I was like, oh, you're so funny. Oh, this is great. And I just expected him to go up and do what he does on TikTok. He came with regular jokes. First of all, don't nobody know you. Mm-hmm. Second of all, you're not funny enough to do that. You're a new jack. You just learn how to get this stuff done on a platform. It's completely different when you're on a stage in front of people.
Yeah.
So another thing, what it goes back to, do the work. Do the work. If you've never been on stage before, I have no respect for you. I'm sorry. Don't come up to me and say, I want to be a comic when you've never performed before. What do I do if I want to be a comic? What I did, I just went up. And I definitely didn't ask nobody what to do if I wanted to. I went and did it. Stop talking about doing it and do it. And these TikTok artists, oh God, let me say this in the nicest way that I can. Chris Rock had a great joke about this. He was like, the reality stars think that they're like real movie stars. Oh. And you go, that's like comparing a doctor to a chiropractor. So a chiropractor be like, I almost lost him on the table. No, you didn't. On a folding table? What you almost lost? So whenever TikTok comedians come up to me, I give you your love for what you did on the internet. That's a great thing.
That's a thing.
But you're going to have to follow me. And that's not going to be easy with them little TikTok jokes. I just want them to do the work. Do the real work. Don't call yourself a comic if you haven't did what comics need to do.
What are you going to do next?
Ooh, girl. The sky's the limit. I got a couple of shows that I'm about to do that we're releasing. I'm on a lot of cameo roles on a lot of things. I don't know if I can announce this yet, but I got a little TV show coming out. I got a lot of good stuff coming out. I might be doing a play. So
a play in New York?
Yes. That would be hot, right?
That would be great.
Yeah. Would you come?
Of course I would come, and I would have you back on, and we would talk to you as an actor.
Oh, my God.
It has been a pleasure to have you in the studio.
Oh, my God. I knew it was going to be a good interview. I knew it. I was telling him, I was like, this is going to be a good interview. I could tell.
That was Saturday Night Live veteran Leslie Jones and her new special, Leslie Jones Life Part 2, available to watch on YouTube. Coming up, Abbott Elementary star Lisa Ann Walter gives us her unfiltered take on being a Gen Xer in the 2020s, a topic she explores in her comedy special called It Was an Accident. This is all of it.